Mm. Yo, what up? It's Air Moses Gang. Now, Bishop Lamar Whitehead has been recently convicted for lying to the FBI, extortion, and stealing the church members' life savings. Now, if you don't know who Bishop Lamar Whitehead is, Bishop Lamar Whitehead is the guy who was preaching, and I think he was in Brooklyn or the Bronx, one of those two boroughs. Shout out to Brooklyn and the Bronx. And his church got robbed at gunpoint by a couple brothers on camera while he was live streaming with, I can't remember, I think he had on $500,000 of jewelry, and I think he had a double R, I think he had a Rolls Royce or something like that in front of the church. A lot of people were saying that it wasn't real, that he was scamming for the insurance money because he was getting sued. A lot of people, didn't want to put that on that man because he's supposedly a man of God. Now, I will say this, whether this was something that actually happened to him or whether this was something that he set up, more people are going to think that you set this up for your own profit. Why? Because look at what you got convicted of. Now, I'm not an ignorant person, so I know just because you got convicted of something, that doesn't necessarily make you guilty, and just because you got found not guilty, that doesn't necessarily mean that you did that crime that you're being convicted of or that you were accused of doing. I know that much. But in my mind, just because I'm a logical thinking person, Bishop Lamar Whitehead had already, done time in prison. He was already acting like a nigga with his money, like the typical preacher, like the typical religious BSer, having this rickety, raggedy, rugged looking church with these broke ass people in your church screaming at the pews in a messed up neighborhood. I don't know where it was. I think it was in Queens. I can't remember actually. I think it was in Queens for some reason. And you have $500,000 or $250,000, anything more than $10,000 worth of jewelry on, with a car that costs more than $50,000, bro. Taking money from the people. Now, because you got convicted of these things and you have a record and you've been to prison before, you're already a criminal legally. Now you look crazy. Now it looks like you set that up, and anything negative that happened to you when it pertains to other people, like I believe he smacked the lady, now it looks like you did that for clout. You're doing interviews with rappers. You went on the thing with that weird looking guy with that fat lady, and you roasted her, calling her Biggie Big, and you called the other dude a F word. Like, bro, now you look stupid. Now you look goofy. Now you look like a charlatan, bro. Now you look like we couldn't trust you from the beginning because, as the pimps say, how you start is how you finish. And look at how you're finishing. I'm not saying that he's totally done. I'm not saying that his career is over. And for those who don't know, yes, I'm in my restroom. But that's because it has the best lighting and I feel comfortable. I'm not taking this nothing. Look, my pants right here. Boom. So at the end of the day, now you look like a straight up charlatan, bro. And the thing about, let's just compare him to somebody like Charleston White. Charleston White is a charlatan. Charleston White does not have a deep, beautiful mind. Charleston White says things that are offensive, and then he says things that if you actually think about anything he says, it's not like, wow, it's not like mind blowing, bro. It's things, he says things in a way where if you think about it and you just say it backwards or you say it inverted, I mean, of course it makes sense. It's like third grade stuff. Like, this is second grade math that Charleston White is doing. But the thing about him is Charleston White is not necessarily a liar, right? I think he's doing the devil's work, but at least he's not a liar. At least he's trying to balance things out when it comes to cosmic law, because I believe Charleston White did a little bit of crime and some time in his day, so he might have had some time to actually study and expand his mind, meditate, meet the Buddha or whatever, have a conversation with Allah, have a conversation with Confucius. But this nigga just constantly, like, you're constantly taking money from the people, using these scriptures in a way that does not make sense. And I'm gonna take something that he said that was highlighted in one of Simple the P's videos. I know I talk about Simple the P every video, but it is what it is. RIP to him. That was my favorite YouTuber. When he said, the dude quoted something from the Bible saying that just because your conversation doesn't change, that doesn't mean that you're not a different person. Now, I taught y'all that that's the first thing that you should look at when somebody's trying to convince you that they're a different person or that they're reinvented. Because taking in knowledge, the purpose of you learning knowledge is for you to change your behavior. You actually knowing knowledge, it going into your system, and not you just memorizing some facts. When you know it, when it becomes a part of you, you're going to change. Your energy is going to change. Things are going to change when you consistently do that. You feel me? So you can't convince me that you're a different person if you speak exactly the same. You can't convince me that you're a grown man if you talk like a teenager, because you're not. You get me? At the end of the day, we do have to consider that this dude tried to convince us that he was not a criminal, that he was still not that street nigga, that he was still not a hoodlum, that he still wasn't a savage, trying to use the Bible in a way that was misinterpreted very, very much so. Okay? You memorized the Bible. You didn't learn the Bible. You memorized the Bible and tried to use that as a hustle. Charleston White does the same thing, but at least he balances it out. Charleston White is just the most disgusting person that you could ever manifest in a very long time that I've seen. Why do I say that? Because he might say, well, that's just the character. These are jokes. I'm this guy, but Charleston White is this. That's a character. I just made that up. The fact that you have the capacity to say it out of your mouth, the fact that you're laughing about grizz-aping people, men and women, talking about babies should not be here, babies should get deleted. The fact that you make all these jokes and talk about deceased people all the time, the fact that you have the heart and the stomach to do that, lets me know that there's something inside of you that believes that's true, number one. And number two, you're okay with programming yourself by doing that, because I'm pretty sure you don't have the knowledge to not take that energy into your mind. And then you're putting that information and that energy out to the public, to children. You can't help the children and say F these people's mothers when they're dead. I mean, these people's mothers, these dead people, and these deceased people's mothers are grieving their child every day, and you're still talking about them. Like, you don't understand. Like, you might say, oh, FBG Duck's the rapper, and Carlton is the person, or Ermias is the person, Nipsey Hussle's the rapper, Earl is the person, DMX is the rapper. As his fans and his friends and his family, they and we don't see that and feel that, bro. You're trying to be weird with it, and then you take this negative energy, turn it into currency, and try to help the kids. We don't want you to help the kids with that money. We want you to stop being a retard, bro. We want you to stop being a troll and a weirdo. You know what I'm saying? It's not even worth it. I don't care what you do. Charleston White, I don't care what you do for the community if that's how you get your money, bro. I don't really care. You put out negative energy to kill people's emotions, and to dig deceased people up, kill them, and bury them again. That's how you get your money, bro. I don't respect that. I wouldn't accept any, bro. I would die before I let Charleston White help me, and I neutralize that. I don't put that on myself. I neutralize that, but that's not cool, bro. Just like this charlatan right here, Bishop Lamar Whitehead. That's even worse. You give these people entertainment, you give these people inspiration and motivation, but inspiration and motivation and entertainment is not enough for impoverished black people, bro. Saying some shit in a book that we could read ourselves, you don't even need a church. That's not enough. You think you're doing something good by rocking these people to death? Rocking these people to death slowly? They're gonna die. They're gonna be poor anyway. So might as well spend it on me while I'm entertaining them and giving them my time because I studied this raggedy ass book. Nigga, that's nothing good. And you're stealing from the people, lying to the FBI, and extorting people. Do you know what do you know what it means to extort somebody? That's I don't know the exact legal definition word for word, but to extort means to take by force. You threaten somebody or you received something from somebody under duress. Monetary goods. Money, something of value. That means you took it by force. You threatened somebody. Somebody felt like their life was in danger or their physical form was in danger. So you got this thug ass nigga pretending to be a man of God. Not only are you lying to the people and playing with the people's emotions all day, you have the nerve to extort somebody and then lie to the feds about it. Now, again, I'm not one to put people in jail like, oh, I hope they bury him under the... Because that's feminine, and I come from something different than that. But, bro, whatever happens to you, I certainly don't feel bad because I don't like liars. You know how much I don't like liars? Look at this hat. Do you think this is a Polo Ralph Lauren hat? No, I got this from the liquor store for $10. This is not, Ralph didn't make that, okay? As Jeremy used to say, Ralph didn't make this. I got this from the liquor store, from an Arab that hates black people, that sells alcohol to minors. This is not Polo Ralph Lauren. But how you start is how you finish, man. And the fact that how you act, bro, this is driving people away from the church, which is not necessarily a bad thing. But, bro, at the end of the day, this is the same shit that Jesus did. You know how many people wanted to be a Christian and wanted to believe in God, but Jesus became a martyr and lost his life? And niggas were like, is that what Christianity is about? I'm not trying to be like Jesus. You want me to be Christ-like? Nah, Christ got nailed to the cross and lost his life playing with them people. I don't want to be... Did Lucifer do that? Oh, Lucifer never died? He's still alive? All right, let me be a Luciferian then. That's what you're doing, bro. But the good thing about that is black people don't need to believe in right-hand religious beliefs anyway. We need to get out of the Bible anyway as black people. We need to stop playing with these people, man. We need to stop playing with these devils, extorting people. You talking about not just a little bit of money. This said life savings. You took a motherfucker's life savings, bro? Anyway, I'm about to get out of here. Make sure y'all like, share, comment, and subscribe. It's Aaron Moses. I gotta go. I got something to do. I'm the band, you the band, we the band together, man. Life's in the breath. Breathe it in. Peace, gang.